set a plan out, go over the things that you need to go over. We all race for a long time. Budget, keeping everything together, knowing where you're at, keeping receipts. When you buy things, knowing where you're at parts-wise, making a parts book. All this stuff is very, very important. Inventory. Even if you got a small team, knowing what you got for laps on a part. You know, if you raced a set of hubs for 2 or 3 years, and you know what I mean? You know when stuff might give you a problem down the road. Start keeping up with that stuff. Just kind of know what the longevity of some of your hard parts are on your race car. Know what you got. Write it down.
Well, I'm going to cut in here for just a second. Is time worth money? Yes. Okay. Once you build that race car, if you go ahead and get those part numbers wrote down and make you a parts book for your race car, well, then if you got those part numbers and you can call Stevie and say, I need X part number, well, then you can send anybody after that race part not get it wrong. Okay? So I suggest that as you put stuff on your car, that you make a part number book for your race car. Saves time, saves money, especially if you get things wrong.
You know, we talked yesterday about making a good notebook with the tires and tire temps and, you know, your setup pages and your load pro numbers. That is very important, having that data when we went over this graph stuff with the machine. Having this stuff where you can go back later on down the road when you can repeat to go back to the same racetrack, and having every data. It takes a little bit of extra time, guys, but the guys that win, they're more than likely, for what you're racing, they're spending more time doing this. That way they can go back and they can be repeatability in what they're trying to do. Whether it's just what we went over, aligning the race car. They have measurements that they know where that race car's at. They can go back, measure that car, and they know exactly where it's at, from the front to the back. Shocks and springs, all that stuff. You need to have some kind of notebook to where that stuff is done weekly. Okay? The driver. I know a lot of you guys are the driver crew.
Learn how to merge all this together. Be sure and promote your sponsor to your fans for selling, you know, a sponsor. Most of them, either your buddy, they don't care, but they would like to see in the big world. They want to see their money come back because they spend that. Well, most of the time in our type of league, they do it because they like you, or they do it, but most of them, you got to sell it as you're doing this to help sell their product. So always remember to try to sell your sponsor's product. Try to get them involved with your fans. Try to do things that you can do at their local place to attract their fans to go there to learn about each other. But racing won't survive without the racers, without the sponsors, and without the fans. So pictures, promo cards, the best you can do. The more professional you do it, the more professional the series is carried out. Okay? And I'm sure you guys know that. I'm just reminding you. Okay? We as GaleForce Suspension and Steve from R&D Performance hope to be your #1 source for all your racing needs, of course. Okay? Must have for 2015. He is my distributor. He will sell these stuff. Must have Core Overload Pro Machine. Must have Pro Laser Alignment System. Must have Strut Wheel Pro. Okay? Anybody in here don't understand you need those 3 items. Okay. Everybody raise their hand if they understand they need those 3 items. y'all wanna get out of here. Okay, all kidding aside, we've had a lot of fun, guys. So does Steve. He has a shock dyno down there, the dyno for y'all that can't afford a dyno. He can dyno. Completes chassis setups. We can come up. We can do in-shop training, chassis setups or whatever. We can do at-track consulting, driver coaching, spotting, in-house chassis class, hands-on teaching. And, you know, we're up here to sell us to y'all. Next year, what we plan on doing, would you guys come back next year if we came back? How many like this? Would all you guys come back? Okay. If we do this, we put in there annually. What we'd like to do next year is we'll come up a little bit earlier and offer a GaleForce service at Steve's place, the way we can recalibrate machines, check your machines out, because the cost of freight sending all the way to us is just ridiculous. So in conjunction with the school next year, and Steve will put the word out, we'll come up and we'll offer calibration service going through your machines or upgrades right here the way we don't pay shipping. We'll probably come up and stay 3 or 4 days before the school. Okay, that way we can narrow down some of that what you guys want.
Yeah, like the strut probe. Yeah.
You all gonna buy that wheel alignment tool, right?
And the strut.
And the strut.
Yes, I'm taking care of you.
Okay.
Well, I tell.
Now he's already winning the race and he's buying these tools, right? Winning some of them. I done had a couple guys say beat you some this year. Okay, got beat a few. All right, this man right here beat you once.
More than once.
Did you get the strut tool and the wheel alignment? Or are you holding out on it?
The boss won't let me. I have to pay some bills.
He's telling y'all what he's getting to get ahead of you already. I just want you to know that. All right. I've enjoyed you guys. Okay. Steve, you got anything to say in this closing statement?
Good, thank you.
Big money, guys. We love